Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's that time. It's tarot time with Cindy, my friends. It's a general collective message. Because it's general, it may or may not resonate. If it does, I'm glad we're able to connect. If it does not, hopefully the next time. So I decided I was going to use the Wild Unknown archetype deck for this reading. So I gave myself a head start because these cards can be a little bit deep, and I pulled out eight of these cards to kind of look at your energy. So, and it is a very interesting reading. We're going to explore this together through the Wild Unknown Oracle deck. I might get into the tarot, but let's just see how this goes. I'm feeling very oracle-y today. I'm going to show you the cards that have come out in particular placements, and then I'm just going to start telling you what is really going on here. Who you actually really are is the heart. How most or many people perceive you is the one. Right there, I thought, wow, it's interesting. It continues to be interesting. What most people misunderstand about you is Eros. Eros. How this affects your image is agape? I know, you're always phonetically, whatever, I'll never. Let's go, got that. What is your soul's hidden agenda? Now this is interesting because this is like, yeah, you're the thing that you are, and the way that people perceive you. This is giving me the vibe of sexy librarian. Looks hugely like sexy, loving librarian, not having a fucking clue. You're just like, just looking for the information. Sorry, sir, what book are you looking for? And they're like, you think, boy, these people like to read. You got the shaman. So I was like, okay. And then, okay, what should your next move be is the mirror. This is very interesting. What you really need to know about yourself is the vow. I'm picking up on a very interesting energy. Very interesting. What is your truest path? Ah, the comic. It's kind of funny. Okay, I'm going to just start talking here. All right, you ready for this? Okay. I was just about to choke on my words. Okay, I am picking up the energy here of someone who is incredibly in touch with not just their own heart center, but I want to say with the heart center of the heavens, with the energy of the heavens here. And this connection, okay, it's powerful and it has a very big effect on people. I'm going to say this, you have a much larger and more profound effect on people emotionally than you have any idea. Any idea. If you commit to someone in the smallest capacity, like, oh yeah, okay, sure, let's get together for a coffee next Thursday. And I don't know, something small comes up, but it's like, you know what, I don't feel like I'll have enough time for the coffee, and I'd like to spend, if we're going to get together, I'd like it to be quality time. So you send someone a message and say, I can't do it this Thursday. Maybe the person is crushed. I just want to say this person, any person is probably crushed. So, or maybe they have crushes. That could be too. Like, people could crush on you. So this is someone who I literally see, I'm picking up a really strong Venus energy here. And I'm picking it up, I know Venus is Libra and Taurus. I'm picking it up in the Taurus. Picking it up like the very kind of sensual, physical, I need to touch all the animals. I need to drink all the fluids. I need to like experience it, because it's like the connection that exists between heaven and earth, and you're like, you get it. And so when you pick a juicy peach off of a tree or at the farmer's market, you know, and you bite into it, and the liquids, the sweets, juices just flow. It's like you're connecting with heaven. And so it's an interesting energy. Very interesting energy that I pulled out here. And I'm not going to lie. I think a lot of people think that you're the one for them. Whether this is, oh, you're going to be my best friend, or oh, this is the love of my life. Like, you have a dramatic impact on people. I don't think you realize it though. And I do want to say that there is a little bit here, like what your next move should be. It's to see yourself for what you are. So I do want to say that there's probably a chemistry, an aura about you. It doesn't matter if you're curvaceous, if you're built, if you're thin. You suck in heaven. You suck in like, and this is the thing that all life craves, is source, is home. You connect to that, and it exudes out of you, like it permeates. Like even as I'm doing this reading, I feel like I'm dipping into your energy, and it's like honey and aged balsamic vinegar. It's like, it's just okay. But the thing that people don't understand is that I feel like you want to connect with others because it is understanding the depths of heaven. I don't know, maybe some of you it's more. It's like, yeah, no, I want to experience heaven through this, through things. People experience heaven through you, whether that's, selling you the peaches, the farmer's market, admiring your peaches as you walk down. Walk away with the peaches, I don't know. But, yeah. Because this is the sweetness of life. I was just like bawled over when these cards started coming out before I even got into the book, because I pulled them out and I spent some time in the book. Knew I would need to do that. Although, actually, to be honest, I probably could have pulled this out live, but I intimidated myself, I guess, because I'm like, you know what, this is a big deck. I haven't used it much in a little while. Sure. Anyways. Yeah. You're the kind of person too. So this is the thing, like, because this is showing me who you actually are. If anyone perceives, like, in a way, if I ended up with nowhere else to be but with the collective, I would be home. If I ended up with no other friend, I would be home. I would feel safe. I would be loved. This is love. You are, yeah. I don't know. Like, it's absolutely beautiful. I love this image here. This image reminds me of, like, it's kind of got like a sepia kind of tone to it, and it's just kind of like an old photograph. And it's just like two people in a rowboat, like just taking their time. And it is, because it's like being in the moment and smelling the freshness of the air. Like, it's kind of making me think of all the times that I've been in nature. And if you walk out super early in the morning, everything has a totally different smell to it than late at night, based on, I guess, what the plants are doing and the moisture levels and, yeah, like, based on that. I was going, and it's like, here we go. Here it goes. You fill up my senses like a... Oh, this is John Denver. Oh, it's like, where's my phone? Yeah, sorry, just a second. You fill up my senses like a... Yeah, no, we just... What is that song? Stay with me here. This is exactly... I don't know. Is it? You... Like a night in a... Oh, yeah. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest. This is totally this. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest, like the mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. Okay, come let me love you, let me give my life to... Why are these ads popping up? You're really wrecking that... Oh, god damn it. Oh, sorry. How am I supposed to get rid of the... Oh, it's very upsetting. Yeah, I'm not going back to your site. Pop-up ads, can't get rid of. Okay, come fill up my senses, come fill me again. Come let me love you, let me give my life to you. Let me drown in your laughter. Oh, I love that too, because your truest path is Life's just a big fucking crazy joke. Let me drown in your laughter. Let me die in your arms. Let me lay down beside you. Let me always be with you. Come, let me love you. Come love me again. But that's the other thing I want to say, okay? Because I feel like anyone you connect with, anyone, y'all better be careful what you do with this energy. Because if you make a promise to someone, that's what I'm getting here. Like if you say, yeah, we'll meet for coffee. I mean, like people are devastated. Devastated. You didn't come for coffee. My world is over. Yeah, if you even like, even thinking of this, like vows, making vows to people, these people will never be over you. And in whatever way you make a vow, never. For my pensions, like a night in the forest, like the mountain, springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. Da, 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 da. Oh, that's it. All right. Yeah, let's all go. I can't play that right now. Like, I'll get YouTube flagged. But that's like who you are. Some of you might have some particularly very strong Venus placement too. This really getting that. You know, there is a huge spiritual side to you. So, and I feel like you probably, like your soul's intention is, yes, to explore that. And it's all about being the mentor, being the student, being like the teacher. It's kind of like being able to move in and out of those energies and apply them in your life as you need to. Always learning, always growing. Yes, you do. I just see like, there's like, I need to eat all the eats. I need to pat all the patables. I need to like, this is really giving me the energy of someone I came here to earth to feel it all, to like taste it all, to smell it all. It's sort of reminding me of, I think it is it, maybe I'm wrong. I feel like it's Hinduism that does a lot of offers. Is it Buddhism too? I'm not sure. Like, and it's the idea of offering to the ancestors, like a glass of wine, leaving it there for them at the altar, or because those that have passed, they miss the taste of wine. They miss the taste of a fresh peach. So it's like making that offer because the soul, the spirit doesn't get to experience this 3D. So there we're not done with this. Oh, I got more cards to pull out too. Yeah, you need to take a good look at yourself. You need to take like a good hard look at yourself here. I'm not gonna lie, like I feel like because of this, like it's almost, it's like the librarian who's busy like cataloging all the Dewey Decimal System, or just like making sure the biologist who comes in has that book. Oh, I'm calling you up, making sure you've got, like very, I'm just thinking, oh, I've never seen that book before. And I'm like, look through this before I give the biologist a call who wanted this book when it came in. And it's like this lifelong learning, everything. I don't know. It's giving me this feeling too, like you're very much in the present to take in everything. It's kind of funny. Like this reminds me of my Pisces friend. I don't know if this like, I feel like, and sometimes I get that energy from Pisces. It's like, yep, we're getting everything in. We're going around the last time here, and I'm making sure I have every experience I can. I do as much as I can. I pat all the pats. I smell all the scents. I do like everything, but it's okay. So it's also, I feel like maybe because you're like this, that's another way that people just, maybe you wake them up. You know, it reminds me if you become, okay, here's where my grandfather had a place growing up. The hills were just insane. Well, they still are. They're just huge, huge hills. And they're the foothills to a mountain range in Quebec. I'm trying not to give too much away. But anyways, they're just like, you'd think you were in Austria. You know, these hills and the water. I've been going there since I was 2 years old. And I don't know, I think at the point where I had a realization about it, the beauty of it, I was probably maybe 12 or 13, like somewhere in that age. I had some friends from Ohio. I don't want to say what town because it's really tiny. Give them away. And they would come to their cottage that was a few doors down from my grandfather's place every summer. And they brought a cousin. They brought a cousin with them. And nice guy. We were all kind of the same age, doing all the fun stuff that you do there, like in the summer. It's like paradise. If I could go back to that time in my life, oh my God. Anyways, we were all sitting on the dock one, like after dinner, their dock, our dock, whoever's dock. And we're sitting there and he says, I can't believe how absolutely beautiful this place is. Like, and he just, you know, he started going into detail about what he was observing and how different that was from anything he'd ever seen. And I feel like it was for the first time I looked at the scenery, because I'd always seen it as a 2-year-old, like from the time that I could see things, and like even before could really understand what was going on. And then from that moment on, I looked at everything differently. I was like, oh my God, right. Like, how did I never see it? Because it was always there. But you see, that's what I feel like you do to people with life in some way. You know, it's like if you've already always eaten a sweet, juicy peach, and then the first time you give, I don't know, like a 4 or 5-year-old a sweet, juicy peach, and it's like you're living it through them again. So I feel like it's like waking that up, where people have had that initial experience about life, but then they become kind of, I don't know, they kind of become, I guess, desensitized to this energy. They become desensitized to this energy, and you wake them up to it. They experience it through you. They experience it through you. And it's like, you cause such a deep reaction in this person or people. I want to say person, because I feel like as saying that, I feel like every single person you connect with feels divinely, like, when it's said, like, the one, people perceive you as their one. I'm not going to lie. I feel like everybody and their uncle or aunt probably feels like you are their soulmate, whether that's through friendship, through romantic. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I feel like this energy would probably be difficult to deal with, especially like you're just, you know what? I need to learn as much as I can. I'd like to share that knowledge too. So your truest path here. I just love this cat. It's like laughing. It's like laughing at the absurdity of life. Let me just go in there. Let's look at this, the comic. XX. Sorry, me and my Roman numerals. XX. Oh no, we're in the L's. What are the X? Oh, there's triple X, double X. We're not talking about sizes or movies here. Oh, where? Oh, there. Okay. The Joker, the Clown, the Fool. The comic carries a remedy for all that ails this world. So I want to say too, whatever you've learned, maybe express it in a way that is humorous. Amid the deepest pain and suffering, there is always the potential to lift up and out of the darkness through laughter. See, but the deepest pain and suffering is kind of like the human experience here on earth, but it's kind of bring that bit of heaven down. Though dismissed by some as lowbrow or unsophisticated, this archetype actually has a highly advanced mind. See, I would say that too. Like, it is like picturing a librarian. Some may use the word genius, as humor requires one to see the situation from afar, rather than to be swept away by the drama. Okay, I feel like drama could come your way pretty good, like in pretty big ways here. Just laugh at it. It's okay. The comic sees and accepts the messiness of life, using it as material to be mixed and shaped into a potion to soothe the stressed and serious mind. They literally lighten us up. Thus, within the comic is usually the sage or the magician. Well, that's interesting, the sage, kind of like Shannon. Working healing magic upon any audience who will lend an ear. The comic may be the archetype that heals the deep division in our world, one pun at a time. It's true. I mean, if you think about it, comics are honestly, I think, some of the most ingenious minds out there. So it is to use, you do have this mind. It is totally giving me this vibes. I don't know, kind of like maybe like Jessica Rabbit, but she happens to work at the library and she's really smart. Or he, I'm trying to think like what would be the male archetype of that. Whether you're male or female, I feel like you have an effect on people here. It's profound. So, you know, you should be careful what promises you make to people. Honestly, they'll be devastated if you don't have time anymore. I don't know what to say about that though, because you have to, it's like you have to live your life. Okay, so let's see how this is expressed through the Wild Unknown Oracle. Well, that is the archetype. Oh, a raccoon almost came out there. That's interesting. They really are. So we're going to look at this from a different layer. I feel like I'm looking at this very much from, I don't know, like outside perspective. The whale. Wow, you are deep. Deep, deep, deep heart. The deep heart. The whale heart. Your heart is huge. Heart is huge. You have a whale heart. Okay. I mean, it's almost like you have the capacity to love all things. I'm going to be honest. Like, I feel like whoever I'm picking up on is not somebody who is incapable of still having, I don't know, I hesitate to use the word love, but even like your worst enemies, if you have any, I don't know. There could be, I mean, jealousy could be something, or envy that you even deal with this kind of an energy. It's potent. This energy is very potent. But this is someone whose, your heart goes like, it's just so big and so deep. People are like, you're the one. You're the one. Tarantula. It's kind of funny though. It's almost like, okay, I think other people, when I say that, like if, let's say there's a lot of people that tend to think of you as their person, their soulmate. I think a lot of other people understand that that's kind of, it creeps up. It's creepy. The tarantula gives me the creeps. And it's an uncomfortable energy. It's kind of described as an uncomfortable energy that probably makes you feel uncomfortable because, well, I mean, you can't reciprocate. I just don't know who this is. I'm dying to comment because it really is like all these people just want you. It's so creepy. But I feel like there's a perception here, right? With the tarantula. I don't know, maybe people creep you. Like, and quietly watch you, stalk you? I don't know. I don't know if that's one of the things that you would actually want to pat. You want to pat all the pats and eat all the eats. That's like Lily. Lily is like this, my little dog Lily. She wants to smell all the smells, pee all the peas, eat all the eats. She wants to do all the kisses, meet all the people. Everything. It's that. It almost is like a big dog, but with the intelligence, perhaps of a cat. Yeah, right? It is. You are perceived like a big, warm, sexy golden retriever. But it's who you truly are, and to be is like the cat. What people misunderstand about you. The lion, Eros. Oh man, that's interesting. I don't know. Some of you might be very sexually active. I'm not sure about this one. That's curious because the lion, I think lions have like a crazy amount of sex in a day. So I don't know. And I mean, about Eros. Well, people misunderstand. Okay, so this is the misunderstanding though, right? So just, I can't talk and do my Roman numerals. Wait. Just a second. Talking to this. Okay, there we go. Because it is the misunderstanding, because maybe you are, this is definitely someone who is sensual, someone who is loving, someone who is like, kind of like Venus incarnate. And again, whether you're masculine or feminine, because guys got it too. And this is what's misunderstood about you, is maybe because you exude this, people assume, I don't know, that you're just, you know, having sex, I don't know, 150 times a day. I think it's something crazy like that. I don't even know why, but it's quick though. Like, yeah. Love as desire, eroticism and sensuality. Though Eros can be depicted as unbridled sensuality and eroticism, a more contemplative understanding of this archetypal energy leads us to the root of desire itself. What do we long for? Why are we awakened by love? Ah, interesting, right? Because love is all over the place here, with the heart and the one. What makes us hesitate in the face of intimacy? Eros reconnects us with the primal longing to merge with another human being. Nature, music, art, plants, food, or anything that we perceive we are separate from. See, that's that energy of, like, I don't know. I feel like this is giving me the impression someone, like, whatever you're doing, maybe it looks erotic, but it's not, I don't, I'm struggling with this because I feel like maybe it is uncomfortable for you, for people to perceive you in a particular way. It's just how nature made you. It's how the planets aligned when you were born. Okay. Eros allows us to momentarily unite. Our heart embraces otherness, and in doing so, we further understand our own. Our life force awakens. This card reveals an inevitable initiation into love's labyrinth. You may find yourself swirling in a new territory of desire and sensuality. Explore the labyrinth with a curious and honest heart. And remember, though the way is circuitous, you are always being led toward its center. Passion, playfulness, sexual health, madness, projection, and obsession is when it's in dark. I want to say that you could, with the tarantula there, you could go, I don't know, into madness. Oh, isn't this interesting? I was talking about Hindu, and I'm here. The Hindu goddess Lalita, she who plays, can help activate Eros energy. She is also known as Kameshvari, Empress of Desire. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, there's that Venus. Plato reminds us that Eros can be experienced as platonic love. It is activated when we witness beauty and truth in the world, when our barriers soften. Oh, I think you soften barriers here. You might have your own. I can't imagine not with this energy, but Agape, I know you guys are going to kill me if I'm not saying, oh, Scorpion. How this affects your image. Intense. This is like bringing it down. This is the one here where, to me, I think it was this one, right? It's recognizing heaven on earth. Excuse me, but the Scorpion card that can sting. I feel like maybe some people have felt your sting. Maybe this is rejection. Maybe this is rejection. Your own defense mechanism. You know, there's something else with this energy. I'm kind of picking up, you could just find yourself somewhere and someone is suddenly telling you their whole goddamn life story. And you're like, right? Like you melt walls. I feel like you melt walls, barriers. But you might be thinking, well, I don't know. I don't want to get to know that much about you. I kind of feel like that this is an energy that could be very problematic for you if you were in anything like, if you were a doctor, a nurse, a psychiatrist, any type of profession where you give any type of physical, mental support to others. Yeah, I do feel like you could probably have people that end up just falling in love with you. It's like, well, I don't know what to do about that. So you want to, like the shaman here. The hawk. Your soul's signature is to bring in. What am I hearing is don't pat the sweaty things and don't sweat the petty things. It's not like you want to pet all the petty things. You, right? You want to just experience everything. I think you do. But I think you do here, like your soul's intent is to usher in change. Usher in a type of change here for humanity. It is to bring light. It is to bring the light. It is to be able to to push away the darkness. I want to say this is almost like moving your Venus energy over and bringing in your Mercury energy. So take a good look at yourself here. So, what do you see? What do you see in the mirror? Cobra. I think some of you may have, over time, put up a pretty powerful defense mechanism. I don't know. I'm just thinking about the planet that we live on, and with what the issue that I'm looking at, I think you have to. So here's the thing. Then I want to say that I feel like the message here for you and all of this is to continue to connect with humanity, with life, but in a different way. Come by in a different outfit. Express life, the absurdity, the humor, the bigger picture in a different way here. The vow. Oh my gosh, the earthworm. That's interesting, isn't it? I gotta be honest, like what you need to know, but I think you leave people feeling all tied up. The other thing that's interesting with the vow is, it talks about, here, I want to hit on that because there's definitely something about your energy where I feel like you could leave, what is that phrase? Like a trail of broken hearts. It's quite possible. It says here, it talks about the tricky part. Okay, or maybe I need to read the whole thing. I thought it was just a little section, but to get the whole context. Okay, when the vow is spoken, the air shifts, karmic ties are formed, and destiny tilts on its axis. I think that's, like, it feels very dramatic, and I feel like it is that, though. What you really need to know about yourself, it's intense energy. And our words and intentions have immense power. So again, like that's what I'm getting. Like even if it's just meeting someone for coffee, or it's like, oh, like if you shoot someone a compliment, I feel like this person's like, oh my God. And you're just thinking, yeah, no, they just look nice today. There is a reason the great mythic stories of our past often include the recitation of oaths and the mixing of drops of blood as a mark of union. The tricky part is that reciting the vow, no matter how casually, right, could be for coffee, activates the eternal and unseen forces of the world. The ancestors bear witness. The laws of nature respond. These promises cannot be unsaid or forgotten, so breaking them can leave lingering complexities and loose ends. This card calls us to acknowledge the vow we are living by, consciously or unconsciously, and either recommit to it or create a ritual that signifies its closure. You've been underestimating the power of your promises. So that's right. I feel like you've left some people a little bit tied up here. Or maybe you've actually even tied yourself up to something that you don't want to be tied up to. But this is honestly, there could be some things that maybe you've left, I don't know, maybe you've left some people unread. Maybe you've just not, I don't know, talked to friends in a while. I'm not sure what this is. But I don't know, for some of you, I would even say with this, like you could have possibly, maybe you've separated from a spouse years ago. You've never formally divorced. Like this is not good, because there's something so powerful about your energy. Like what you don't know about yourself. Like destiny tilts on its axis when you speak some kind of a vow. I think you need to make sure that things are properly make sure that you close things off properly. That's all I can say. Because it's almost like in some way here you represent, kind of like represent maybe like a conduit, a vehicle for the heavens, you know, to come through to earth. And when you do that, these are big consequences. So there's not just anybody. I want to say it. I feel like you're not just anybody here. And there's a few of you. I mean, I'm not reading to just a couple people. Well, I don't know, maybe I am, but. Okay, the comic is your truest path. Ah, look at this. Look at this. Get that. Isn't that interesting? Ah, this is so curious because this is all this energy here. I feel like you may have tied yourself to things that you really shouldn't have. No. Or you may have allowed things to tie itself to you. Like this is all bound up and able to properly express. Now, or it's holding on to something here that's unnecessary. Because this is from the heavens. This is from the cosmos. This is from spirit, from the source, the universe. It's the spirit card. And this is where this energy should be directed. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of feel like I am picking up a bit of an energy here of someone who is probably not. You're a free bird. I'm gonna say that. I feel like this is the energy of a free bird. Oh yes, right. Your soul's hidden agenda is to be free. I think you have to be very careful about the contracts that you sign. Because there's so much weight behind you making vows, making commitments, is a lot of weight getting out of them. And buffalo's at the bottom. A storm. Tower moments. You're probably a bit of a walking tower moment. All right, I'm going to go do the extended. You know what? I'm just going to pull out cards and see what Spirit wants to talk to you about. I mean, because this is just kind of like taking a look at yourself, right? I mean, there is an intensity about you. I want to say though, I really do feel like there's a barrier. Like maybe you may even be becoming unapproachable. That's definitely not how the Spirit would like things for you to be. Would like you to be with things in your life and people. Kind of unravel yourself too from. I really do feel like there's something here that you've made some sort of a promise or a commitment towards, and maybe you need to get back out of that. I'm sure. Because Spirit has got a bigger plan. And honestly, it really does feel like Spirit has a pretty big plan here for you. And this is the thing. This is the thing that is tangible, that you can actually wrap yourself around. As opposed to this is just, you just get all tied up here. You need to make commitments to Spirit, not so much people, but yet Spirit's not just here for the fun of it. Spirit is here for humanity. So you know what I'm saying? Like, it's curious. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go on in the extended. I'm just going to pull cards and see what Spirit wants to talk to you about. I'm going to leave it open. Thank you so much, everyone. Till next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.